Scene 1, action. Audrey,
What?
I got a stain
No.
on my favorite shirt.
Oh, that's the worst.
I know. And so I was just thinking about different kinds of bleach and how I could maybe remove
Well,
it.
wait, hold on. Before we start talking about bleach, I know some about the history.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I should tell you. I know that bleach started out with just the sun and water method, and just to take the color out.
Right.
Then some 18th century scientists started coming up with bigger and better things to help modernize it. So first it started with Carl Wilhelm Scheele, and he discovered chlorine. So that's pretty
Right.
cool. Then Claude Berthelot, he figured out that chlorine could be used to bleach fabrics.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. Then Charles Tennant, pretty smart guy, he figured out bleaching powder, which is just calcium hypochlorite.
So he made the first real thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Well, let's talk about two different types of bleach. There's oxidizing bleach and reducing bleach. So they both work with the chromophores. The chromophore is the part in a molecule where the energy difference between the two molecular orbitals is the same as the range of the visible light spectrum. This means that the chromophores are able to absorb visible light and reflect one color, just like most things do, well, all things do, when they are reflecting a color. So if you wanted to bleach something and remove the color from a stain, you would have to alter the chromophores in some way.
Right. And you said there was reducing and oxidizing.
Right.
So I know that reducing works by breaking double bonds into single bonds in the chromophores. And oxidizing is just removing the electrons from the...
So then oxidizing is really the process of removing electrons, which is the opposite of reduction, gaining electrons. Right. So pretty much, if you have a stain, it's never really removed, as one would normally say, but really it's just turned invisible, so it's still technically there, just not able to see.
Right.
So how about we test this out?
That sounds like a good idea.
Well, we're going to start here, where we have a piece of cloth that has been dyed blue, just to be colorful, right? And if we add some bleach to it, which is reducing bleach, Clorox. So you can see there's a wet spot, and we wait for a couple minutes to let it dry. We'll come back, and the color won't be there.
Right, okay. And here we have oxidizing bleach, which is OxiClean. And we made our own
Solution.
where
Where we put OxiClean in hot water and let it dissolve. And then we poured some of that in this small container
it takes a while to dissolve, so we just did this for time.
to speed up the
Yes.
process. So now let's add some iodine to this water.
Yes. Okay, now we're going to take our OxiClean solution and add it to the iodine in the water.
Mix it up a little bit.
Look at that.
And look at that, it's completely clear.
Again.
So because of the oxidation where the electrons remove from the chromophores, now they reflect absolutely no color, whereas before they reflected the color of the iodine, which was the brownish white color. Now back to this bleach, almost dried, and you can see that that spot that used to be wet and dark blue is now a much paler color. And here's an example from earlier of the bleaching that we did where it's completely white after a long period of time once it's completely dried.
So it removed all the color that was there.
Right,
Not
so
all of this.
overall there's oxidation and reduction. So oxidizing, you're just removing electrons, and reduction,
You're breaking the double bonds and turning it into single bonds in the chromophores.
right. So pretty much that's bleaching.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.